When life adds a new ache, stiffens your stride, cuts the fun short, slows your hustle, puts the pause on play, Summit Orthopedics Urgent Care is here to pick you up, to dust you off, to get you back to the things that matter most, and to get you back to living life at your Summit.
Welcome to the pinnacle of hockey excellence. At APX Hockey, we redefine what it means to compete, to develop, and to succeed both on and off the ice. Our world-class coaching staff with decades of professional experience are not just mentors, but architects of potential. Here, it's not just about becoming elite, it's about committing to something bigger than yourself. We are APX Hockey. Achieve greatness.
When life adds a new ache, stiffens your stride, cuts the fun short, slows your hustle, puts the pause on play, Summit Orthopedics Urgent Care is here to pick you up, to dust you off, to get you back to the things that matter most, and to get you back to living life at your Summit.
Welcome to the pinnacle of hockey excellence. At APX Hockey, we redefine what it means to compete both on and off the ice. With decades of professional experience are not just mentors, but architects of potential. Here, it's not just about becoming
morning. We're coming to you from Sartell. This is the 38th annual Minnesota Selects event. We have 5 boys championship games for you today here on the Youth Hockey Hub. Jeff Pappas, my name, and we are underway with game number 1. We're in the 2016 age bracket, and that's the South team. They're geographically aligned here, and they are in the blue. And they take on the East team in the red, and here comes that East team. Jake Rosenthal of Roseville hits the blue line, and then it's knocked away from him, and it comes on out to center ice. And then it's brought back in offside. We'll get a face-off, and these teams each played 3 games in pool play. South winning 2 and tying 1. East winning 2 and losing 1. South with a 5-5 tie against the West to start, and a 9-3 over East, and then a 5-2 over the North. And the East team lost 9-3 to South when they played, and then a 2-0 win over North and a 3-1 win over West to finish 2-1. So these teams played earlier, and the South in the blue winning it by 9-3, and they bring the puck in. We have 20 minutes on the board. I assume that means we're playing halves. We were not briefed on that beforehand, but 20 minutes on the board to start the game, and now a shot from Ford Antela of Prior Lake. Goes back behind the net, and the centering pass will come up the slot, and the first shot goes wide. Fruit of Roseville in the goal to our right for the East team, picked up there by Howie Capson of Edina, and he lays it over the line. Capson will bring the puck in and then get forced wide. Winds up towards the blue line, held by Odin Futter over Minnetonka, and now played right to the blue line as the East team tries to dig their way out, and it comes out to center ice. Controlled there by Fort Antela, again a Prior Lake Savage. Now Colton Aker of Shakopee in over the line, cuts to the slot and works right in, a backhanded shot, and he put it over the top. They've had 4 shots on goal already, the South has. Now played back into the South zone again, and to the near side, Carter Zilka of Farmington plays it and can't get it ahead past Jackson Arion of White Bear Lake. Now it comes towards the front of the net, and it comes on out to center ice. And finally played ahead and shot on into the zone by Futterer. Winds up in the right corner, finally behind the net. Vincent Spenner of Centennial will play it off to the boards on the near side. Now up along the wall, finally lofted on out to center ice, and back for it for the South. Bo Detlefson of Lakeville South going back into the left corner. And Henry Gillespie of Woodbury will pick it up there. And now it winds up in the slot area. Spenner, and then had it taken away, and here comes the South team to center ice. And now a centering pass to an open player, a shot, and it winds up going off the goaltender. Sutter Soper of Chaska. Chanhassen open in front. Diskerwood got a piece of it. Now it winds up to the right of the net, and the East team plays it around behind the goal. We played, it's about 3.5 minutes now of our opening period. The puck comes out to center, and here comes the East. Jackson Arion over the line. Now Arion to the near side. And had to throw it in front. It winds up going off. Sticks to the corner, now to the far boards. They try to play it out. Aker for Shakopee plays it, from Shakopee rather. Now Soper at center, and then dispossessed. Puck at center, now over the line. Here comes Team South. And now a little move on the far side. Puck winds up loose in the high slot and played out by Bennett Warner, I think from Roseville to center ice. Played back in by Kellen Moulter. Chaska Chan. Now Thomas Kaiser of Woodbury over to the far side. But Woodbury's got some good programs at the youth levels. Now here's Bennett Warner coming in. Warner centers it, hits the outside of the net, and then a centering pass comes past Dahl's goal and out to the circle where it's intercepted, and here comes the South back. At center ice, it's played on into the zone by Cruz Dickerman from Mankato. Comes right back, and now Mason Savoy. Minnetonka to the near side. Aker tips it into the zone from his own side of center ice, though. That'll be icing against Team South. 15-18 to play in our opening half of play. Benches are a little bit short at this level, which is just fine for those of us who are calling a game and just waking up here on a Sunday morning. It's nice to have you along here on the Youth Hockey Hub. 8:30 in the morning. 5 games coming up today. 2016, 15, 14, 13, and 12 birth years. So they get older as we go. And here's a shot over the top from Axel Froyer of Stillwater. And now it winds up to the far side, and Savoy out to center. And Wilkie tried to play it in, and now it runs into the zone. Finally relayed all the way down the ice. Chasing after it is Antela, and that'll be icing against the East. So we'll go back for a face-off. 5 shots on goal in this game, all for the South so far. So we'll take the face-off back. To the right of Diskerud. And it comes on to him. Diskerud plays it back behind the net, and Froker can play it ahead. And now Rosenthal out to center ice. Picked up finally by Callan Moulter. Back into the south zone, and Moulter again has it. They'll try a diagonal to get out of the zone. Now it winds up back along the wall, and he'll chase after his own pass. Callan Moulter back behind the goal for Fort Antela on the far side. Played towards the right point and comes to the blue line and out as Froyer couldn't hold it in. Now back into the south zone it goes, and they will chase after it. 14:20 to go in the first. Puck played up the near wing and out to center ice, and here's Capson. Over the line, Capson tried to cut to the slot, dispossessed. And now it comes on out to center, and here's a race for it. And it's going to be picked up and played to the left side by Futterer. Now into the zone. Here comes the South. They cut to the slot. Capson works in and couldn't get a shot away. Comes towards the near boards. And the East will pick it up and play it back behind the net. And that's Gavin Wangsness from White Bear playing it around to the far side and getting it back on a return. Now he'll play it around on the boards to the near side, looking there for Spenner along the boards. That's intercepted, and they try to drag it to the circle as Soper could not shoot. Now the puck comes through, and Futterer puts it wide of the goal to the far side. Now Antela play it down the wall, and the East along the boards on the far side trying to get out. Can't hold it now. Here's Futterer at the right point. He works. He takes a shot. It's deflected with a high stick, and if that's touched, that'll be blown dead, and it is. So we'll get a face-off back in the south zone. We have 13:22 left now in our first. And again, they have all 6 shots on goal so far. Individual stats not available for this tournament. They're private on the organization website, so we can't give you scoring leaders. What we can tell you is that South has scored 19 goals in its 3 games, which ought to tell you something. It's one reason why that they're here. And now they start out rink wide to center ice. And over the line, Carter Zilka taking it wide, looking to center, and it's knocked behind the net. Players for this event are nominated, and that has to do with hockey skill and academic ability. So, good group. And now Bo Detlefsen plays it into the zone. It runs rink wide. And Kason Ranweiler from Stillwater plays it around to the near side. Long run here on the near boards. And it does come out to center. And it's played ahead by Kaiser to the right of the goal. And now Detlefsen behind the net for the South. Plays over to the far side. And at center, Aker still has possession. Cuts to his right. Comes over the line. Works to the slot. Takes a shot. And a trapper save there by Diskerud, who knocked it behind the goal. Players after it there from both teams. It's going to be Ranweiler picking it up, kicks it ahead, and it runs out to center ice. And the South has to regroup. One-way traffic so far as they play it in, and a shot. Trapper save made by Diskerud, and we'll get a face-off. We're down to 12:03 to go in our opening half. Our 2015 game coming up next will feature the East and the North. You can see some traditional northern locales represented in that team. Now the puck comes from the face-off to the slot, and it's knocked on out to center ice. A race for it there, won by Fort Antela. Antela starts back over the line, gets past a sweep check from Rosenthal, and then plays it wide of the goal. Comes around to the far side, and now the South setting up possession, and that's Soper along the boards, taken away from him by Kaiser. Now it winds up going behind the goal, and Ranweiler for Stillwater will play it ahead out to center. Nice pass, and they will start in over the line. They're 2 against 4, and trying to cut to the slot there was Declan Toll of Cottage Grove, and knocked away. Now the puck out to center ice, and here comes the South over the line. And here's Soper to the far side. Centering pass comes to the right edge and swept behind the net by Diskerud. And now East will start out, 11-10 to go, and they come in over the line. This is Froyer. He takes a shot, hit the crossbar behind goaltender Grady Dahl. Now on the near side, Rosenthal centers it. A chance, and they score! And against the run of play. And a goal scored by Henry Gillespie of Woodbury for the East. And the time of that goal is 9 minutes, 2 seconds. One nothing for the East. They've been outshot 8-2, but have the lead. And at center, over the line. This is Toll, and it's broken up and played on out to center ice. Backhanded ahead. Here's Gillespie again. And then he lost possession to Aker, and over the line he comes, trying to split the defense. Aker going in. He takes a shot and can't quite poke it through onto Diskerud as it winds up in the left corner. And out. Now comes the East back. And shot, it's 2-0. And Bowden Hodiak from Woodbury has made it 2-0. Just 41 seconds later, they've got 2 goals on 3 shots. And they were announcing the first goal while the second one was scored, so I didn't catch the assists on the first goal by Gillespie, but now it's 2-0. And played in by Detlefson. That's broken up at the blue line, and out to center it comes. Controlled there by the forward, Kyan Hansen. And that's lost, and here comes East again down the wing. Rosenthal, he's forced wide though, but he's got help trailing the play. Centering pass intercepted, and finally it comes on out to center. And Hodacek with the goal, and now back they come again, and Kaiser takes it to the circle. He takes a shot, and a save made by Dahl against the right post. We'll get a face-off down to 9:42 to go. So the East lost the last game 9-3 against this team, but leads 2-0 here in the first. 9 minutes and 42 seconds to go. They're off to a pretty good start. 2 goals on 3 shots, 4 shots now. 2 on their first 3 as it comes to the left point. Cameron Hansen of Stillwater plays to the circle. And Spenner tries to center. It comes through to the right side, and Fogier plays it down the wall, and it'll wind up behind the net and played through by Aker there. He goes down, picked up now by Spenner in the corner, and it's played to the wall and finally rink wide out to center ice. And this is Zumbach. Reed Zumbach over the line from Dodge County, and now played to the right side. Here's a shot and a save made by Diskerud. We're going to get a face-off, and the first penalty as Aker came in, and we're going to get like a straight rough against the East. Ten minutes, 48 seconds, and a power play for the South, and here's a shot from in tight and a save made by Diskerud. So we'll get a face-off now in the zone. Froker for roughing. At 10 minutes and 48 seconds. Antela plays it over, and a shot. Stick save by Diskerud against Detlefson, and we'll get a face-off in the East zone. So a minute 42 to go in the power play. Shots 11-4 in favor of Team South, but Team East with the 2-goal lead. And again, they win the face-off. Now turning on the far side is Zumbach, and now he feeds it towards the left point, and then down the wall. Now to the left point, Detlefson works in. And now the power play sets up. Here's Antela in front where there's 2 blue shirts, and the puck skitters through before it got to Diskerud. Now it's cleared all the way down the ice. And finally behind the net, it's picked up by the South on the near side, and the pass out to center. And here comes again Zumbach over the line, works to the far side. And now Zumbach goes down behind the net, and the puck will slide through to the near side, and it's picked up and iced. By Gillespie. And now with 40 seconds to go in the first, it's picked up on the far wing. And over the line, Detlefson left a drop pass. There's a shot, and that went off a stick in front of the net. Winds up to the far side. Aker going after it. And now cleared around on the near side. Will not get out of the zone. Held by Antela at the right point. 19 seconds in the power play. Antela tried to throw it in front. Winds up behind the net, and Ranweiler around to the far side. Now here's Kaiser along the boards. Tipping it ahead out to center ice. 8 seconds to go in the penalty, and it's played on into the zone by Rosenthal. Now controlled by the South with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first. And over the line, Aker. He tried to shoot it through the defense. It winds up wide of the goal. Kaiser after it. Play to the boards. Penalty is over, and the East is back to full strength. Out to center. And it's picked up. And finally played on in by Cal Pryor of Woodbury. Now Pryor goes back behind the net. Comes out the near side. Pryor has it and drops to the left point. And a return pass for him from his Woodbury mate Kaiser. Winds up going to the left edge. Oh, a centering pass. And Pryor unable to get a stick on it as he was just outside the blue paint. Now played into the slot area and finally down to the glove by Futterer, and back comes the South. 6.5 to go. Futterer gets to the dot. Now tried to throw it in front and into the net, or into the goalpost. Everybody goes, and Diskerud might have been shaken up a little bit there, as I think he took the worst of that collision. Got a stoppage with 6:27 left in the first. So they'll put the goal back on, and then we'll get a face-off to the right of Diskerud, who has been letter perfect on 14 shots so far. A stick save there by Diskerud as the puck comes to the right side. And now the East weaving his way to center ice was Froker, and now it comes towards the near side, and it's controlled by Futterer and played on into the zone. Played right back out by the East. Rink wide pass will come into the zone a little too far for Rosenthal, and he'll chase it down. Rosenthal along the half wall, plays to the right point, and Froker takes a shot. Ooh, the change direction and skittered wide of Dahl to the near side. Now it comes to the left point. Hansen, a D-to-D pass comes out to center, and Froker will backtrack back out to center, and it's brought in offside. So we will get a face-off with 5:42 left. And a 2-0 lead. East goals. Gillespie and Hodiak have scored. Near side, Hansen shoots it in, bouncing puck, and Dahl made, but rather surprisingly tricky save there as the Puck hit on edge and bounced up into him. We'll get a face-off again to his right. 5:33 now to go. Picked up by the South and played towards the line and out. And now back for it is Crooker, feeding it over to the far side. And now Ryan Remitz of Roseville will play it ahead. And that's taken away. Now played to the line, and Colton Aker over the line. They lean on him against the boards. And it comes out. Pass down the wing. Racing after it as Croker. Puck winds up in the circle, and the South trying to gain control. They play it to the high slot. Picked up again by Axel Froker. He's had a good period here for Stillwater, from Stillwater. Now played around behind. Penalty coming, and it is going to put the East on the power play for the first time behind the play as Froker was dumped. But he takes the penalty, as it turns out. How about that? So it's the second penalty of the game for him. So another power play coming up, and it comes at the 15-minute and 10-second mark. Second power play for the South. Has a 15-5 shot advantage. And trails by a pair. Now played over to the far side, and going after it there is Brody Becker for the East. Can't get out of the zone. Loose along the boards, and Zumbach now played back behind the net again. Now here's a chance at the dot. Centering pass and a sprawling stop by Diskerud as the puck comes in front, and now a penalty against the South, and that will wipe out their power play. It's going to be a tripping call. And I believe it's Howie Capson going. No, it's 8 instead of 6, I beg your pardon. Cooper Canada of Prior Lake. .15:41 is the time of that penalty. So we've got 4 aside for about 1:20. Open up the ice. Oh, a centering pass. Goaltender out the dive, and he made the play. Good stop by Diskerud. And now back comes the East. They will play over the line. Gavin Wangsness from White Bear takes a shot, and that goes wide. And the South picks it up. So 4 aside. The puck comes out to center ice, and Zumbach chasing after it, but getting there first. And now out to center Pryor. And he starts back. Pryor hits the line and then had it run off his stick. Here's Soper feeding over to the far side with just under 4 minutes to go. Puck at center ice. And a steal, and here comes Hodiak, and he's over the line to the right. Works in, he shoots, and a save made by Dahl. Knocked it straight up in the air. Puck loose at the right edge. And now a centering pass, loose again in the slot area. Finally cleared off to the boards, and the East will pick it up with 3:20 to go. Now here's Kaiser, and it winds up out to center. Controlled finally by Futterer. He takes it over the line. Futterer falls as the puck comes to the right edge, and now his teammates are changing, and here's Warner starting back for the East. He gets to the red line and then lost possession. Now here's Aker over the line, works to the left, takes the shot, goes wide of Diskerud's goal to the near side. Under 3 minutes left as the puck comes to the right point, and Antela will play it down. Going after it again is Aker. And Colton Aker behind the goal. Comes out the far side, feeds it towards the left point, and a centering pass broken up in the circle. Comes to the far side, and Arion will play it, and he knocks it all the way into the zone, and chasing after it is Bennett Warner. He's got it there, comes around behind the net, and looks to center it. Nothing doing there. Aker starts back, but it comes right back to center, and Spenner plays it over to the right side and over the line. A shot winds up going behind the net. Off traffic. Penalty is coming. And behind the play, we've got well, let's see here. Yes, penalty coming up on South, and it's going to be on Ford Antela. And it comes at 17 minutes and 46 seconds. It was away from the puck, so I didn't actually see what it was. We'll wait for the announcement as the puck is picked up now by the South. Slashing is the call, and icing on their power play against the East. So they get a full power play right after a short one. Will now take a face-off in the East zone to the right. Minute 54 to go in the first. 2-0 for the East. Played into the slot area and finally controlled by Froker. Now to the right, fanned on an outlet pass, has to come back for it, and now it's tied up. Puck comes to the right of the goal. Diskerud holds the post, and the puck comes around to the near side, and now East will break out. Minute 20 on the power play. Froker over the line. Oh, tried to split the defense. Did, going right on goal. He shoots, and it goes wide. Boy, a nice move to get to the front of the net, but now a wraparound attempt, puck loose. A whack at it there by Rosenthal. It's loose, and the referee has lost sight of it, so he blows it dead. And we'll get a face-off with 1:04 now to go. And the penalty, and 1:17 left in the first. Now the East giving as good as it's getting now, despite being outshot 18-8 in the opening 20 minutes so far. Face off to the left of Dahl. And it's pulled right past Becker, and it comes back out to center ice. And Becker will wind up going behind the net. Out of the far side and out. Aker there to pick it up for the South, and will come over the line. Aker splits two, comes to the left edge, comes around behind the net, and then lost his edge, and it comes to the corner. Still 35 seconds in the power play, and now 48 seconds remaining in the first as the puck comes out to center, picked up by Moulter for the South at the red line, then lost it, and now the defense will cover up and played back by Pryor, but now out to center. Detlefsen had a poke checked away from him, and now back comes East over the line, and this is Wangsness to the backhand. Wangsness, and then he's forced wide with 26 seconds to go. Picks it up, comes out, gets to the dot, and puts it in front. Save made by Dahl. Puck comes to the left edge, and finally picked up by Detlefsen. Will carry out 3 against 3. Detlefsen now gets around the defender to make it a 3-on-2 over the line, and that's broken up at neutral with 10 seconds to go. As the penalty comes to an end, Tall over the line, and he looks to center it, comes in front of the net, right back to Tall with 3 seconds to go, and that'll do it for our first. And our score after one is East 2, South nothing. Minnesota Selects 2026 coming your way here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
When life adds a new ache, stiffens your stride, cuts the fun short, slows your hustle, puts the pause on play, Summit Orthopedics Urgent Care is here to pick you up, to dust you off, to get you back to the things that matter most, and to get you back to living life at your Summit.
Welcome to the pinnacle of hockey excellence. At APX Hockey, we redefine what it means to compete, to develop, and to succeed both on and off the ice. Our world-class coaching staff with decades of professional experience are not just mentors. It's about becoming elite. It's about getting to something bigger than yourself. We are APX Hockey. Achieve greatness.
Full warming up. Back now with the second half, and Larson Berry Fields in goal for the South, and Diskerud remains in goal for East, as he is the only goaltender dressed for this game. So Larson Berry Fields, we saw in the Stars of Tomorrow event just a weekend ago here at Youth Hockey Hub. Now here's a shot taken by Axel Froker, and it winds up wide. And 2-0 the score as we head out. The shots were 18-8 in the first for the East, and now the South breaks in again. A shot and a save made by Diskerud. Rebound cleared away by Hodiak off to the left point. Now a shot by Detlefson is off the traffic, and that cross-checking penalty coming as Froker winds up slow getting up, and he heads to the bench. So we'll have a power play coming up for the East. It'll be their third. Penalty is on Colton Aker. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes and 28 seconds of the second. Face-off coming up to the left of the goal as Larson Berry Fields from Eden Prairie in goal. So puck came on and Berry Fields made the save. Now we'll get a face-off to his left. 1:49 of power play remaining. And now comes over to the near side. Wangsness shoots, and Barry Fields makes the save, and a face-off coming up. Played back by Hodiak to the right point, and a floating shot towards the net comes off the traffic. And finally a spin and shoot by Toll, that also off the traffic and comes wide of the near corner. 90 seconds to go in the penalty as the puck contested now in the near corner. Players from both teams in. And finally played around behind the net, and after it there is Detlefsen in the south, and he goes to the boards with Foker. Now it winds up loose and finally controlled by Rita from Lakeville North. Rita to center and over the line. And a centering pass. Oh, and actually I take that back. That was actually Mason Savoy of Minnetonka on that rush. I beg your pardon. I missed 2 for 7 there, so we'll get a face-off coming up now with another penalty coming. And the other number 4, Gillespie, is in the penalty box for the East. So we're going to have 4-on-4 for another minute. 3:28 the time. So we'll wait for the official word as to what it was. Still 2-0 though, that's the important thing, as the puck comes to the slot, and a shot changing direction there on the way to the goal from Callan Moulter. Roughing is the penalty on Gillespie, and that will now bring the puck over the line, and a shot stick save made by Diskerud on Futterer, and we'll get a face-off. We have 17 seconds left of 4-on-4, and then we'll have power play of 1 minute and 1 second for the South, which could use a goal now. Trailing by 2. South has scored 5 or more goals in every game. Held off the board so far. Now Zumbach centers it, and loose to the right edge, and Diskerud there. Made a stop. Puck to the right edge of the goal crease, and now the South plays it ahead, and they break out down the wing. South at full strength. Ranweiler cutting to the slot, and a save made by Barry Fields. Winds up behind the goal, and now South on the power play for 49 seconds as they come out to center and overskate the puck. And it's poked ahead. And finally, Futterer plays it off to the right, and it turns right back into the zone where Barry Fields will set it up and feed off to the circle for Futterer. And then he tries to play to the middle and gets it to Moulter. And probably harder than it looked, as now the puck comes on, and here's a break-in. And a shot, and Barry Fields making a save there, and we'll get a face-off as Cal Pryor brought the puck in front, and the goaltender made the stop on him. 24 seconds of power play left for the South, and 14:55 in the second now here at Burnix Pepsi Arena in Sartell. Just past St. Cloud on 94. Now over the line. Here comes Gillespie. Lost possession. And finally carried out to center, and Kanata plays it off to the left. Now Cooper Kanata comes back in over the line. Far circle, takes a shot. Glove save by Diskerud, and we'll get a face-off now in the east zone, and the penalty is over. Played behind the net from the face-off in the South continuing to work, trying to get that first one. As it comes out to center, Toll will take it to the line and play it into the zone. Picked up there by Aker. And now played back in. Nice play by Declan Toll to bring the puck back deep. Now over to the far side, and the East is going to hold this zone. And a dangle there from, I believe it was Spenner, but when the jersey's tucked in, sometimes it's hard to tell. Now here's a centering pass loose, and a late stop made there by Barry Fields, who went to a butterfly to stow the puck away. 13:48 now to go. Pryor on the faceoff wins the draw, and it comes out to center. Becker banks one ahead, and now East comes in over the blue line, and it winds up along the boards. Becker again. Now the South will carry out near side, and here's Aker over the line. Aker cuts to the slot, and then backhands one across to the far side for Hansen. Kyan Hansen centers it, woo, right in front of Diskerud. Couldn't hold it. Puck runs up the slot, hooked away to the near side, and finally, Hansen plays it back to Futter, then knocks it behind the net. Becker for the East. It's 13 minutes now to go. Becker again, go back behind his net. Trying to pick their way out of the zone, the East, and it winds up past Futter and out to center ice, and here comes East over the line, a shot, and Barry Fields knocks one high over the top off the stick of Cal Pryor, who heads back to the bench, and now winds up at center, intercepted, but Wangsness unable to play it ahead. Now into the zone on the left is Warner, and Bennett Warner can't control it. There's a delayed offside, and the puck comes out to center ice. Now a toe drag there to free up space at center for Savoy, and he lost out. Now the East over the line to the far side, and again trying to get to the front of the net, but without success. They hold a 2-0 lead anyway, and now to the near side, it's Soper at the blue line, and that's picked up now by Savoy over the line. Mason Savoy, top of the circle. And Savoy keeps possession. He goes behind the net and then finally lost out on the far side for the East. And played ahead by Ryan Remitz, number 15. Out to center. East controls. Over the line, Kaiser cuts to the slot, gets to the backhand. Kaiser looking for some help, now takes it behind and look to center it. That's broken up and played ahead. Here comes the South down the wing. And over the line, taking it in deep there is Soper. Comes around behind the net, centers it, and no, he thought he had scored, but somehow Diskerud kept it out of the net, and it's controlled by Ford Antela. 11:17 to play, pass up the middle, picked off by Kaiser, and now here come the East over the line. And Gillespie tried to play it to the front of the net. Now Kaiser from the dot, centers, comes all the way through to the far side. Gillespie looking to shoot, and that's block, comes back behind the net. And now a centering pass will come all the way back into the East zone. Comes wide of the goal, and back for it there is Ranweiler. Comes around the far side. Now poked ahead to center, too far for Hodejeken, and now it's loose at neutral ice. And now the South will carry in over the line, trying to cut to the slot. Kanata knocked off his pins, and it's picked up by Soper on the follow-up in the corner. Soper now behind the net, has possession, comes around the near side on his backhand, tries to lift it past Diskerud, who makes the save, and we get a face-off in the East zone. Shots 25-15, which means 25-16, excuse me, which means 8-7 for the South in the second half. Face off, and the puck comes out towards the left point, played down by Detlefson. Centering pass is picked off, and Hansen, Cameron Hansen, Down to the near side for Spenner. At center, that's intercepted. And carried over the line by Kanata. Cuts to the slot, one-timer by Aker, and a save made by Diskerud, and it comes off to the far side, and now out to center, and here's Arion down the wing. Arion rubbed in against the boards, and finally the puck comes to the blue line, spun around and played on out to center, and here's Kanata. Is over the line, trying to shield the puck away from Froker, and now it comes back out to center ice. Under 10 minutes now to play, and they come in over the line. And the South has it high in the slot. They'll close in, and a shot. Diskerud makes the save, and we'll get a stoppage as Reed Zumbach from too far out to really test the goaltender. But you got to get pucks on net, especially when you're trailing, and we'll get a face-off. To the left of Diskerud, who's made 27 saves in this game. Back behind the net, Froker controls, and now starts off down the right, and then has to come back for it. Plays it off the wall, can't get it ahead. Centering pass intended for Hansen. Now loose in front, and a neat little piece of control there. Puck comes to the right side, and now East will come out 2 against 4. Pass to center and over the line as Ranweiler got by 1, closes to the circle, shoots, and a save made by Barry Fields, and a face-off in the south end. 9:01 to go. Whatever it was in that first game that resulted in a 9-3 loss has certainly been corrected. First time these teams played. In fact, now the East pitching a shutout, 2-0 as the puck comes in over the line. And Hansen couldn't get it towards the front of the net. 8:40 to go, out to center. And then played back in. At center, Becker lets his teammate take over. The puck comes in over the line and now down to the corner where Ryan Remitz falls. Trying to keep the puck deep. Now it winds up behind the net, and they contest it there. Now to the circle. And again, a good forecheck knocks the puck away as Becker plays it. And a centering pass. Good stop. They score. Boy, Barry Fields made a good stop, but was not able to stop the rebound from Bennett Warner. And the East goes ahead 3-0 with 8:11 to play. 11:49 the time. And Bennett Warner makes it 3 for the East. Now they bring it back in. They score! Right back in. And it is Henry Gillespie making it 4-0. And that's 2 goals in 7 seconds for the East here in the 2016 finals, and it is 4-0. They've got 4 goals on 20 shots. And they carry it, and now it's played back in by Declan Toll. They come right back into the zone behind the net. Antela over to the far side, and Kodiak. Toll getting an assist on Warner's goal. And now the South. There's a second goal. Unassisted at 11:56, and Diskerud stops Colton Aker. And we'll get another draw with 7:28 to go, and the East putting on a show here as they lead it by 4-0 with under 7.5 minutes to play. Comes out to center. And now the East starts back. Spenner over the line, tied up by Savoy. Puck comes up the slot. And they keep possession. Here's a shot. Barry Fields makes the save on Ranweiler, and we get pushes in front of the goal. And we're going to get a penalty after the play here. More frustration, and that is going to result in a penalty against Mason Savoy. Time of the penalty is 12:50. A lot of stuff going on after the whistle there, which you don't want to see. Now here's a shot from the circle, bounces onto the goaltender, and a save made by Barry Fields. Fourth power play for the East. And finally played back deep into the East zone. It comes onto the goaltender, Diskrud, and Hansen in front of his net. Let's get the penalty. Slashing is the penalty. Centering pass picked up and cleared the length of the ice, and the East will have to chase it back down with 6.5 minutes to go. No power play goals in this game. This is the fourth power play for the East. The South has had 3, and now it comes out to center, and here is a 3-on-2 as they break over the line and pick up a shot. Barry Fields saves on Rosenthal. Comes around behind the net to the far side. Detlefsen tries to play it ahead, and now they're going to lean on it against the wall. Take a few seconds off the clock. Less than a minute to go on the power play. Referee would like them to move the puck. And it's picked out now. Ranweiler takes a shot, hits the outside of the net. And the South picks it up, feeds the far side, and Detlefsen will play it. It's going to come all the way back. Now down the near wing. Flip out to center ice and over the line. Hansen now leaves it, and it comes to the circle. Here's Rosenthal shooting, and he's wide of the net to the far side. 12 seconds in the penalty as Wangsness brings it right to the front of the net and stopped by Barry Fields against the left post and out to center. Here comes South over the line, cutting wide. Soper shooting, and a save made, a rebound, and they score the first goal of the game with 5:04 to play to make it 4-1. Ruins the shutout bid. And the goal scored by Cooper Kanata of Prior Lake. And it comes at 14 minutes, 56 seconds, so 5 minutes and 4 seconds to play. And a lifeline here for the South, now trailing by 3. And they bring it right back in. Hansen going wide, and defender lost a stick. Played behind the net. Aker looks to center it, and it comes up the slot. A follow-up, and Diskrud swats it away to the corner. With the announcement. Soper getting an assist on the goal, and the East brings it back in over the line. Shots are now 30-26, so East has had 12 in this period, but South has had 18. And 2 goals. Puck off to the far side, and with 4:20 to go, South gets it and looking to play it, but a long reach there, pokes it to the board from Hodiak, and now it's loose along the wall. Toll coming in to help out. And it's played away. Aker trying to win the puck for the South. Now it's picked up and finally carried out, and here is Aker, that he is stripped right at the blue line. And Gillespie checked, closing in, and now up the slot. Puck comes out to center ice. And down the wing, going after it, Wangsness. He goes down along with Kyan Hansen, and the puck is finally fished out. Runs up the slot, and just through brute force, it comes to the right edge of the net as Hansen muscled his way through. 3.5 minutes to go. Now to the right point and trying to play it with the skate, and Moulter couldn't hold it. Now here's Gillespie back over the line. Gillespie closing in, hooked at, takes a shot from in deep, and a save made by Barry Fields, and now controlled by the South, and out they come. Down the wing, played ahead by Zilka and over the line, and the defender lost his stick, and that comes Froker down the wing. Check that, Kaiser, he's over the line. Gillespie on his left, and he gets in deep. Takes it to the front of the net, centers, they score! Henry Gillespie, and it's 5-1. It's a hat trick for Gillespie. Time of that goal is 16:59, and that should pretty well sew it up here for the East. Up by 4 with 3 minutes to play. Henry Gillespie of Woodbury with the hat trick here in the title tilt. Now played back into the east zone. And playing around to the far side and out. They come in again. And that is Wangsness. Now winds up going behind the net, comes out the near side with 2:40 to go. And Pryor, a shot that goes wide. Now on the far side, Savoy cannot play it to the front of the net. And now a shot, Barry Fields in front. Kaiser assisting on a goal by Gillespie at 16:59, a hat trick for the East winger. 2:24 to go and a face-off now to the left of Barry Fields. Loose in the circle. And they try to throw it in front through Jackson Arion. Now it winds up to the boards on the far side, and here is Capson. Starting down the wing, Capson had it and now gave it away, and then a teammate carries on over the line, and that was Soper playing it around behind to the near side, but the East will get there first, and they play it out to center ice. Detlefson into the center circle, and Savoy unable to get to it. Now picked up again, this time by Futterer, and he will carry over the line. Futterer gets to the slot, works in, takes a shot, and it goes wide of the net. Behind the goal, Zumbach. With a minute 43 to go, comes out the near side and then lost the puck. Picked up finally by the East, and they carry on out to center ice, and down the wing it's Kaiser. Comes in over the line, one against the world. Kaiser with a toe drag, and then it winds up losing it in the circle to the right of the goal. Laid down the near wing, and Zumbach to center ice. Carrying on there is Capson over the line, and it's offside on the left with a minute 20 to go. So we'll get a face-off out of neutral ice. East will win this game and avenge its loss in pool play. They will finish 3-1. And the South will finish with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. But the offense not to be found today. 5 or more in every game so far, but only 1 here today. Now played to center ice. Polk loose at neutral, and finally controlled and over the line is Detlefson. Comes to the far side, Detlefson takes a shot, he scores! And Bo Detlefson makes it 5-2 with under a minute to play. Detlefson of Lakeville South getting the goal at 19 minutes and 3 seconds to make it 5-2. At the line, Zumbach had it knocked off his stick, comes out to center, and Moulter carries in. Now with 43 seconds to go, we'll get a face-off out at neutral. And the East with a 5-2 advantage in this one. Most of the schools represented there, our programs are in the East Metro. Over the line with 36 seconds to go as Barry Fields makes a save on Gillespie. He's looking for another one as the puck winds up to the left of the goal, and the South will play it ahead. And out to center. Aker with 23 seconds. He lost it in the circle. And where is it? Now picked up and carried in. Detlefsen. Canada rather. Toe drag, tried to throw it to the front of the net and lost it. Now flipped over the defenders. It comes all the way back with 9 seconds to go. And it'll trickle wide of the net. And no icing, and that will do it. Our game is over, and the East has won the 2016s by a score of 5-2. They had 23 shots in the second half of play, and for the game, they are outshot by only 32-31. And they win the game by 5-2. For 4 on the power play, South 0 for 3. And they do the obligatory throwing of the sticks and gloves, and now they will line up to shake hands, but we will first have awards. Well-played game here, and the well-played tournament as well. So we'll set the microphone down and just listen here as the teams shake hands and then receive their awards.
The Minnesota Selects would like to take this opportunity to thank all the participants and fans for your support of the 38th Annual Minnesota Selects Festival. Once again, we'll be honoring the student athletes for their academic achievements during the year. The players who turn a satisfactory report card will receive a pin honoring their academic achievement. First, for the second place team from the South. Number 1, Grady Dahl. Number 2, Mason Savoy, academic achievement. Number 3, Ford Angela, academic achievement and skills winner. Number 4, Colton Aker, academic achievement. Number 5, Odin Putterer, academic achievement. Number 6, Howie Capson, academic achievement. Not here today, Paul Rita. Number 8, Cooper Kanata. Number 9, Bo Dellison, academic achievement. Not able to be here today, Benjamin Cooper. Number 11, Cruz Dickerman, academic achievement. Number 12, Kyan Hansen. Number 14, Callum Wolter, academic achievement. Number 15, Summer Soper. Number 16, Reed Zumbach, academic achievement. Number 17, Carter Zilka, academic achievement. Number 30, Larson Berry Fields, skills winner and academic achievement. And now for your 2025 Minnesota Selects Championship team from the East. Number 1, Finley McGarry, academic achievement. Number 2, Thomas Kaiser, academic achievement. Number 3, Cameron Hansen, academic achievement. Number 4, Henry Gillespie, academic achievement. Number 5, Bowden Wojciech, academic achievement. Number 6, Brody Becker, academic achievement. Number 7, Axel Froker. Number 8, Jackson Arian, academic achievement. Number 9, Jake Rosenthal. Number 10, Vincent Spenner, academic achievement. Number 11, Cal Pryor, academic achievement. Number 12, Bennett Warner, skills winner and academic achievement. Number 14, Gavin Wagness, academic achievement. Number 15, Ryan Revitz, academic achievement. Number 16, Declan Toll, skills winner and academic achievement. Number 17, Kason Radweiler, academic achievement. And number 30, Owen Diskerud, academic achievement. The Minnesota Selects would once again like to thank you for all your support. We hope you've enjoyed the experience. Congratulations to